Todd Terry in the place to be. The Todd, this is special for me, Todd. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to me, brother.
Because I don't know if everybody knows this story. I tell it a lot, but I still don't know if everybody knows that you're like my musical father. You know what I'm saying?
And your cousin.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You're
and
my
with
cousin.
family.
But, we're family.
Makes it feel a lot better.
But musically, I learned everything I know from you. All the, my good equipment I got from you.
Stole from me.
You know what I'm saying?
When I wasn't looking. See, that's family.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this is our first sit down and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Record it at least, you know what I'm saying?
We just bug out all the time, but now we're gonna record it.
Yeah, and I say that all the time. I'm I don't think people understand your sense of humor and your personality. You know what I'm saying?
they understand. They do. They really do.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm
get it.
Let me have him come to the crib and let's talk. You know what I mean? Legendary Todd Terry.
Thank you. That legendary thing,
Terry.
I like that. All those little announcements and stuff. Yeah, the greatest of all time, Todd Terry.
But you hear that all the time.
The one and only Todd Terry.
But you hear it all the time, don't you?
And I love it. Literally. I love it. Keep on talking about me good. It's like walking around, just talk about me good. Just please. Everybody likes good. Nobody don't like no bad.
It's so crazy though because the neighborhood we come from, nobody's considered good at anything. You know what I'm saying?
We had some haters. There's some bullies and some haters.
Yo, speaking of that, right? As long as I've known you, bro, you've been popping in music. What age did you drop your first big record? What age were you when your first big record popped?
First record that came out I was 17.
Word.
It was 17, and it was let me see. It was a couple of them. It was MC Search. I did one of his first records, and I was in Tony D's crib, and then I did Bad Boys. I was down with Inspector Gadget and that whole thing, and then Oh Veronica. I did that. I did some real old school records, and then I worked with Houdini, Dynasty, and Mimi. And
crazy.
Yeah. I go back to the basements, the smelly ass basements.
That was hip hop stuff though. Or you was remixing?
I was remixing. I was playing keys and programming and stuff like that. I didn't know that I was really producing the record. I found that out later. I thought I was just working on the record.
Right.
But then I found out later, damn, I produced the record. What am I talking about? Why am I backing out and saying I'm a keyboard player when I did everything? I'm bugging out. So I learned that later, and then a lot of heads were down in the basement. Choice MCs, shout out to Tank, the crew, the whole Bed-Stuy. We was rocking Coney Island.
I don't think a lot of people know your roots are in hip hop kind of, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's where I come from. I just this is what happens. I wanted to be Run DMC or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So me and my boy, we had me and my MC Quan and this other kid, and we went to do records and stuff like that. And we just wanted to do hip hop records. It's all hip hop. We walking hard in the street, everything. We were so hip hop, it's ridiculous. Had Zulu chains on, swinging down the block like this, bow. And but it was crazy. Actually, I'll tell you one of my stories.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's jump into a story.
First of all, if y'all don't know, Ty has some of the most amazing stories that you'll ever hear in your life.
Crazy stories. So we met me and Quan. We met this guy somewhere in Grady Park by Brighton Beach, whatever. It was this tall white kid, all hip hop. He was all decked out and blah blah blah. He was wearing chains up and everything. I said, oh shit, this white nigga's dope. So we went to go hang out with him. He says, I got a studio. Let's come and record some music. And I said, you got a studio? He says, I got some stuff. Studio back in the days was it wasn't like studio now.
Right.
Now it's nothing. Right. Studio back in the days is a diamond ring, a thick ring. Right. It's crazy. So we go meet him. He lives in Avenue H or something like that. So we met him up in the day. So we go up to his crib. He's living in some project building or whatever. Go to his crib. We walk in his crib. His crib is nice and stuff like that. He takes us to the back. And he's got a studio. He's got the microphone, and he's got drum machines and stuff like that. But I had my own drum machine there. I had my RZ1 or something. I had some drum machine with me. I brought my drum machine. He hooked it up, playing beats and stuff like that. So we're in there, we're making beats, Quan's writing rhymes and stuff like that. My other boy's like thinking of like scratches to do, whatever, because my other boy Scratch, I can't remember the nigga's name, but he used to be scratching. And all of a sudden we're sitting there, and all of a sudden we hear, pow! Like something like in the other room.
Right.
And then we're sitting there like that, and Quan was like, we say, yo, what's up? He goes, nah, don't pay that no mind, man. Don't worry about it. It's just somebody bugging out. And we was like, yo, somebody bugging out. I was like, all right, it's just so long niggas come in here with no guns, strap us down, take my drum machine. Take my drum machine.
Anything but the drum machine.
Don't take my drum machine. Take the hat, take the shirt, don't take my drum machine. So we're playing there, I'm making beats again, we're like, boom, bap, bap, bap. And I'm like, now I'm nervous. Like, I'm like,
right.
Sitting there nervous, and now Quan's got to do the you got to do the rhymes or whatever. Like I laid down the beat and everything. Like so, Quan's said, I'm like, blah blah blah, ready to rhyme. So Quan is rapping, and all of a sudden, bap, boom, bap, bap, bap. And we're like, yo, my man, like,
what is that at this point?
What is it? He goes, wait, I'll be right back. I'll go take care of it. So the nigga walks out, and we just hear like, we hear like screaming and arguing like with somebody else. We didn't know what the hell was going on. And we was just like, all right, man. So then it quieted down. So went, did the vocals, the beat, the whole thing like that. My boy started doing some scratches. It was just like some track or whatever. And then, we're finishing up and stuff like that. And he goes, all right. So we're finishing up the stuff. And then we hear plates breaking. Like, and we're like, holy shit, yo, what the hell's going on, man? Like, and we say, all right, we're gonna break out, man. Like make a cassette.
This is getting too weird.
Cassette. This getting too weird. Now getting weirded out. I like to see who is in the building
right.
with me. Like who's in the apartment with me. Like, so we walk out, like, and it's this little Chinese nigga by the sink, like just like bugging out, like just like moving shit around all loud and everything. So we walking out, blah blah blah, and the dude comes out with us just to say bye, like,
right.
Giving us dap and everything. We're going to the elevator, blah, blah, blah. Little Chinese nigga opened up the door and says, why don't you love me no more? And we went. Me and Quan looked at each other, oh, shit. They on some other shit.
Yeah.
You got to realize back in the days, like 40 years ago, that's like other shit.
Right.
Now, yeah, everything's okay.
It's common,
we love everybody. Right. It's so cool. Back then, we was like.
It was taboo. It was taboo.
It was just like, yo, and this little nigga, he came out like little shorts and shit, bugging out. He said, why don't you love me no more? And we looked at dude, and we was just like,
he came out with
like,
a red ball.
Yeah. He was like, yo, I was like, we was just like, man, we catch you later, man. We never saw that white nigga again, though. I think after that, he just felt embarrassed. Like, nigga, you could have told us that you have a boyfriend or whatever. Just let us know. You got plates breaking, noises and shit. Like, it was just
But
crazy.
how'd the music sound?
The music was dope. Like, he's a dope engineer. He had the shit that sounded good. Quan never sounded so good. Like, the vocals nice and loud, and bass drums and all shit sounded crazy. So yeah, I got tons of stories, crazy shit. That you just be like, damn, y'all went through some stuff just to get your records out.
What's the craziest like gig you've ever did? Because you gig around the world. You do like 100 something gigs a year type of thing, right? I
could talk about gigs and stuff forever, man. We gonna need another show for just the gigs alone. But I'll jump to one of them. I mean, so I had to play the spot in London called Blackpool, UK, spot in London. And it was like I was the headliner and stuff like that. So the guy dropped me off to do. Back then I used to do sound checks. I don't do sound checks no more.
Right.
Like, that's like played out to me. If you niggas can't figure it out now, whatever. Like, I'll figure it out somehow in the midst of what I'm doing. So I went to go check out the soundtrack, and the guy was there. He was there. He says, yeah. He says, don't worry about it. We got everything. Everything's gonna be fine. You don't have to check everything out. We got what you need. We got your equipment and everything like that. I said, all right, bet. Take me to the hotel. So I go to the hotel, get some sleep. At like 11 o'clock, I got to go to the gig. I get to the gig, and the dude's like, all right, when you want to start? I said, well, there's no music playing or nothing. I thought y'all would like have somebody opening up. He says, no, you just starting it and you just ending it. And I was like, all right, because back then you played 3-4 hours and it was just like nothing.
Right.
So I go up to the booth, the DJ booth, and I'm looking, and the dude's got one turntable. And he's got this like mixer. It's like now you probably call it a Behringer, a 4-channel Behringer. Uh-huh. It's like this little ass mixer with 4 channels. And I'm saying to the dude, I say, all right, man, where's the other turntable? He goes, What other turntable? I said, my dude,
What other turntable?
I got to mix one record into another. He goes, oh, you don't do that with just one?
No way.
Yo, people start coming in. And now I'm like, yo, you got to get me some type
Another
of
turntable. Something.
Turntables like that. He says, well, let's go to the back and let's see what we got, blah, blah, blah. Go to the back. We're looking at it. He's got speakers, wires all over the place. Just a big old nasty mess. And I'm looking at it and I said, all you had there, I said, a cassette deck.
No way. So this is vinyl days, though.
This is
vinyl
This
days.
is 89, bro. 89, 90. Like that far back. Like next level back.
Right.
You know, and so I said, I had to think real quick. I said, I had a cassette on me, and I said, yo, give me the cassette deck, dude. So I had to hook up the cassette deck. So I was trying to go back and forth with the cassette deck, and the turntable was a mess. But people start coming in, start dancing and everything. So I just left the cassette deck on for like a half an hour.
Right.
And then I would mix into a sound effect and find mixes. I was trying to do something.
Right.
You know, I was trying to make it hot somehow, some way. And yo, all night, I was just like, and then I that's all I had was one cassette, and I had a bunch of records. So I had to keep on figuring this shit. Oh man, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I mean, all the time I'm looking at dudes like, I just want to knock his lights out for not knowing this shit. How do you run a club? You don't.
But you know that's how it is though. Like, it's even worse now. Like, especially in
way better now, but
bro.
what the
In
hell?
Atlanta, I think Atlanta has the worst sound systems in the world.
Wow.
Like Atlanta sound systems are the worst. It's to the point where I do not take gigs unless they use my sound guy to come
Come in, check it out, yeah.
Yeah, and unless they have him come and put in extra speakers, or sometimes, a lot of times in Atlanta, I don't even use the equipment. I'd be like, you have to book my guy, and he'll come in, he'll stack speakers to the ceiling,
Yeah,
and then
makes sense. Yeah,
and that's it.
Gotta have good sound.
Yeah.
Good sound just makes it. You know, you're not stressed. Like DJing with stressed equipment. Like, man, it's like, oh, this and this thing is not looping right, and that's not doing this, and the decks are not.
And they always blame the DJ.
Yeah,
they're not gonna say, the owner was foul for not getting you. They're gonna be like, he was off. It sounded horrible.
Yeah, he wasn't good that night. right. Man, it wasn't good because of you, motherfucker. Damn you.
You know what else I find interesting though? Like, you've never used the laptop.
No, I never used the laptop.
You went from like records to CDs, to then sticks.
So yeah.
That's crazy though.
I mean, the laptop thing was just like, Kenny Dope used to always do Serato. So I know how to play on Serato because I play with Kenny sometimes, and I would just be like, oh, where's this record? Where's that record? I would find it, set it up, and cut it up because I knew how to do vinyl with the Serato thing, so it was just mindlessly the same to me.
Right.
You know, I'm mindlessly just I could jump in and just do a party like that because the method to the madness is there, you know.
Right.
And then, you know, so it's like, I did a little bit of that, but I wouldn't carry around Serato because you had to carry and hook up all the wires and stuff, stop this whole show to do. I couldn't do that. So, I
remember you gave me your Serato box, the first Serato box that came out.
I did give you that.
You gave it to me because you was like, I don't use it.
I don't use shit. You know how much it costs? I was like, I don't know how to use it.
I was like, yo, thanks.
Not for me. Not for me. You know what I mean?
But I like, that's amazing to me though, because I think it was a point where every DJ was on Serato.
Definitely.
Every single DJ
Clark
was
Kent,
on.
all of them. They was just like, yo, rockin' Serato, bro. Tony Touch, all of it. They had their Serato set up, all that stuff, all their cues, like used to all the cues. I ain't know how to do none of that.
Because the sticks didn't come out to what, 2012?
Oh, well, in a minute. You know, CDs for a minute, and then the flash drives came out, which just mesmerized me. I was like, what? I could put all that in. I don't have to carry these CD cases? I just have mad CD cases. Like, hoping I don't lose them shit somewhere, like blah, blah. And the records, I'll tell you another record story really quick. So I had to do this gig in Palermo, Italy. Mm-hmm. So me and James Callahan, you met James. Mm-hmm. He used to be my road manager. So, you know, we was joking around in the plane, blah, 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 you know. And, you know, we put the cases through the plane. And there was Louis Vuitton cases. I don't know what I was thinking. They gave me these custom-made cases. They was just
for your vinyl, for the vinyl. To take on the flight.
Two of them.
Flight cases.
I had 2 flight cases, and they was just like, yo, check these out. We're just trying these out. We'll get you more, and blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, what? You know, back then Louis Vuitton was big, but it wasn't big.
Right.
Like now it's like, yeah. But back then,
it was big. It was big too, but it wasn't probably accessible.
It wasn't. Yeah, it was just not how you feel it now,
right.
Whatever. How people feel it now, whatever. So I threw the cases on the plane, like, yo, record cases, put the shit on the plane. So we came out the plane, Palermo, we were walking down the thing, you know, showed our passports and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm talking to James and blah, blah, blah. James goes, don't turn around. I said, why? He goes, I don't know how to tell you this. He says, your records are all on the conveyor belt.
No
I said,
way.
Wait. And I looked and I turned around. Those shits were like this. In a H shape or whatever. We go walk over and we're like, and I'm picking up the records. I'm talking to the dude. I said, yo, they stole my cases, man. That shit had to happen here. I saw that shit go on the plane, yo. You need to go back there before I go back there and figure this shit out. So he went back there trying to figure stuff out. And he's like, oh, yeah, I don't know. There's nobody there, blah, blah, blah. Those niggas took my records out of the case, laid them out of the conveyor belt, and took the Louis Vuitton cases, son.
That's crazy.
Me and James carrying records like this with my clothes and everything to get out. Craziness, yo. So right away, you know what I said. I was like, fuck it. Called up Louis Vuitton, called the dude in, Fernando or whatever. Yo, Fernando, you never guess what happened. Blah, blah, blah. Fernando's like, I don't even work there no more. I was like,
And of course it happened in Italy.
Yeah, Italy. It's like, come on, man. So they got me good. They jacked me on that shit.
Yo, but you know what's crazy? People always tell me, don't you wish like we went back to vinyl? I'd be like, no. If you played on
my back,
yo, bro, I think anybody who actually wants to play on vinyl right now never played on vinyl when it was out.
They never carried vinyl.
Yeah, bro,
go carry 3 crates through airports, in hotels, and back to the club, and back to the after you finish a gig, you feel like carrying 3 crates? Hell no.
Yo, especially these mega clubs where you have stairs and this, and you gotta carry these crates through the whole club.
You gotta go over here to go there, and it's all the way. Come on, man. Like, what's the back door? Right, boom, right there. Let's go. It's like, nah, man. My back is. I would have had a better back now,
bro. I think that was the worst era of DJing. Yo, bro.
Carrying records.
Not only that, right? Not only that, you had to like have extra needles on you because if a needle on one side died, like messed up, or
I used to have 4 needles.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah. And I was mad delicate with it. You know, I was like, because I was like, first thing I was like, don't want the shit to skip, and I don't want the needle to break or something like that. Because I was using 7506 Pickerins.
Oh, okay, yeah, expensive.
I'm from back then. I'm from back then. No, actually, those wasn't expensive. Those were like.
Those are like
the gray ones, you know,
the
fat gray ones and stuff like that.
Shure basically copied those.
Shure copied that and made the long white and black ones that, you know, had a little bit more control on the grooves. Yeah, man, but that, I couldn't go back. I love vinyl. I love playing it just like in the house and stuff like that. You go on D-Train and all this type of stuff and Funkadelic, and you can't beat the sound of it, you know.
Something about the scratch, like the crackling. Well, like, you see all the vinyl I got back there, bro, but I would never want to go back to that. I would never. First of all, when you're DJing with vinyl, now, like, you have to have somebody come with you to the gig.
No, it's no way. Like I said, I had a road manager just because
you can't do a gig by yourself with vinyl, bro. No. You have to have somebody come with you every time because
figure it out.
You gotta pull in front of the club. You gotta unload it. You know what I mean? There's no way, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I love vinyl, but I love it at home. I love it at home, man.
So, what do you think about all these like hi-fi spots popping up? You see all these? They're all over the place. I like it.
Those niggas are right down the block. they live right down the block. Yeah, I like it. I like it for them. Yeah. Ain't catching me. No, like they want me to do Dante's Hi-Fi in Miami. They was like, yo, just bring records, man. I said, dude, I looked at my records and I'm like, I would need like 4 crates to go there and bang it out and actually make some sense out of my sound effects and cutting back and forth. And I would need like, I was literally need 4 turntables the way I do my transactions. Because my effect would come in and 2 records would come in at the same time and a percussion would get ready for that drop to go. And like I would have to mindlessly think about it differently now because I don't have a loop function in or tapping in. So it's different. I'll be stressed out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It would stress me out.
I remember the first time I was 15 and you took me to a club. You took me and my best friend Jason to a club. The first time I seen vinyl, that was what it was called. Vinyl. Yeah. And Stretch Armstrong was like in the hip hop room. I remember that. The first time I seen 4 turntables was that night. And it was Louis Vega. he was playing.
Yeah.
And it was and that blew my mind, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, he's on 4
Four
decks.
turns, yeah.
Like, yo, that's crazy.
It's all set up. It's all set up.
And he had that rotary mixer. That was my first time seeing it live with the rotary mixer.
Yuri, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time seeing the rotary.
Bozak or the Yuri. Bozak had the thing, but I think that time was the Yuri. Yeah, they loved the rotary mixes. It was crazy.
But remember, those are the times too. Like, they had to have the monitors like mounted up high because it would make the
they would know how to
turntables hum.
They would. Well, the turntables being on these rubber bands.
But
so
it was still hum if it was like on the table.
Yeah. No, but it was on the rubber band, so they wouldn't hum and stuff.
These big bungee cords they would have like. And they would kind of like bounce. I remember that. It's insane, bro.
All I remember is Jay with that ugly ass girl.
Yeah.
The girl with the silver suit on. Remember that chick? So you remember that Jay kid?
I wasn't going to tell the story, but
no, you got to tell the story. So that's what people want. They want that story. So yeah, Kash and Jay, they was hanging out. Then they disappeared, right? And I'm like, I wonder where they at, right?
No. You got to go from the beginning. We back around the way in our neighborhood, like in Coney Island, Brighton, whatever.
Yeah.
And then well, Todd, where you going? He's like, I'm going to hang out. I'll be back tomorrow. Don't worry. And we like, we want to go, man. We want to go. And you like,
you want to go?
And you're like, all right, fuck it. You want to go? Come on.
Come on.
And then we went with him. We pull up to this club. The dude sees Todd. He like, tells Todd to go around the back. We go through the back door. Yeah. When you come through the back door, you like automatically in a VIP area.
VIP. Yeah.
Like it's like a VIP area, and it's like kind of connected to the DJ booth.
Yep,
it's like
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we in there, they hanging out. So what I got, like the first time you all drank, I got y'all like a little bit of champagne.
Yeah, it was champagne.
I didn't want these
Moet.
niggas.
It was Moet. I
didn't want these niggas wilding out. And I was like,
I didn't drink none because I was always scared of that. But Jay was a drinker.
Jay down that shit. Down that shit. He trooped out with that. And
But Jay, remember, Jay was 18. He was like 18, 19.
18. You was 16.
I was like 15, 16.
15, 16.
He was like 18, 19.
Oh, he was like 18. So I'm in the booth hanging out with people and talking blah, blah, blah. And you niggas disappeared. And I was like, where the fuck y'all at? Then all of a sudden you appeared. I said, where's Jay at? He said, man, Jay's out with some girl. Can she come in with him? Like, I was like, Jay, this 4-tooth chick came in. Walked in with this silver suit on. I'm looking at her. I was like, "Oh, yo, I know he ain't trying to."
No.
Smash.
She had on.
It was like a silver suit.
It was like a cheap. It looked like foil. It looked like aluminum foil.
She had on Mary J. Blige aluminum foil. That's
yo,
what
bro,
she had on.
but like from head to toe, though.
Yeah.
Like her sneakers.
She was bugging.
Yo, it was
like
crazy.
the Ark. It was like, remember how chicks dressed in the Ark? Back in the days, it was like the Ark, silver suits and weird shit.
And she literally had like 3 teeth.
Oh, man, I told him, I said, might be the best blowjob, but don't do it. Don't, just Jay. He's not, wait, what do you mean? Nothing, we just gonna chill and I'll be right back. I said, Jay, no. Jay, no.
That was the funniest thing.
And she was right there. I was like, no.
Yeah.
No.
First of all, you were slick mad. Like, why you even let me? I told you to let this girl in here. Like, this girl's not even supposed to be in here.
Yes, it was crazy.
She looked like a straight up crackhead, though.
Yeah, she had crackhead feelings. She had crackhead emotions.
She looked like the second we turned around, she was going to steal one of those 4 decks. She was going to steal one of them.
What can I get for this? What can I get for this? Yeah, that was special. I told Jay that, Jay, you're not hanging with me doing the crackhead. He just wanted something. He didn't care what it was, a dog.
I mean, we were kids, and we were in the club hanging out with Todd Terry.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying?
He was ecstatic with the whole thing. Mad funny, though.
Mad funny, yo. Like, but it's funny because in those days, it seemed like it was like one type of house music. To me, that's what it felt like. It was like
club.
One maybe
club, and then it would be Chicago house. It was club music. Like I even called the shit that I was doing was like club. It's like samples and clubby,
right?
And then the house music would come in and be like doom 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 doom, be all like suave and sexy and funky, you know, like in a way. So it's like kind of had two different feelings. Now there's so many different genres. Oh my. They are messed up. This whole record industry is messed up, man. They ruined the whole feeling of everything is like this.
A lot of times I don't even know what to call stuff. I don't even know what it is. Sometimes when I produce something, they're like, "Oh, is this Afro house?" I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Just dance to the shut up. Shut the hell up. Yeah, man, it's different now, man. The whole world. That's what we're talking about. The whole world's different now. Like the whole way everything's being looked at, how people feel about stuff. And I'm like, wow, it's just I wish I could go back. It used to be just so easy and nice. Now people confused, depressed, doing all types of crazy shit. It's just too much going on, man. It's like I wish I could reset this world somehow. Where's the button? Where's the rotary button to reset the damn world and fix everything? Just like bring us back to niceness. Like we wilding out.
It's a completely different world, bro.
It's different.
It's different. Like the clubs you used to take us to, it was like super free.
Yeah,
like the things
it's a
like
club. Now some clubs are a spectacle. You know, it's just like they pay this DJ all this money, and people just standing around and put their phones up, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if that's.
We should start doing what Dave Chappelle does at his shows. You gotta check your phone.
Yeah. A lot of I know some places are doing like Ibiza. They got this club called Pikes. You gotta put your phone in. You gotta check your phone. A lot of concerts are doing it. I remember Rihanna was bugging out about that. She's like, this phone shit's got to stop. I'm not performing. Like, this is ridiculous. Wow. Bitch got a light dead in her face. Like this. Like, I would be mad too. It's like, bitch, don't you want to see me dance instead of holding the damn phone all night? Nah, so I feel her on that. And I feel some artists on that. It's just, it's look, you paid $400 to get there, $1,000 to get there. You want to get something out of it. Right. You just can't be like this.
The whole time.
You just.
Yeah, the whole time.
That's like OD. I went to your party. There was like one guy just like he was just standing there like nobody saw him.
Recording
every note that you was doing. He was like standing there like this, like nigga, we can see you. You right there, like because he tried to get all close up on you like this. He's like there, trying to hold his chest like he's like like trying to go like this, like acting like it. But I can see you
at my parties. That's why I say I'd be like, I say it on the mic. You can't Shazam this.
Yeah.
I did this last night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I produced this last night. You can't Shazam this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they extra with it. It's like, I don't know. It's just it just gets dumb. You know, it's like, and remember back in the days when you was doing hip hop and acapellas and all that stuff, and how all of a sudden they all was starting to do that.
Remember that?
Yeah, we went to clubs and we was like, let's listen to do. It's like,
nigga, stole your style.
Is that whole style, your whole set, like. Serious, because that's the style we're brought up in, like mixing stuff in and blending.
Bro, I was doing that with vinyl.
Yeah.
I was doing that with
doing
vinyl.
Vinyl, with catch the acapellas and put all. Yeah, that's how we brought up into them.
But because when I was DJing hip hop then, and all the house guys, y'all had like, even like y'all white label used to be like. Y'all used to have the instrumental, acapella, the TV track. They didn't really do that with the hip hop.
Yeah, no, some of them you would have the acapella and the instrument.
But you had it for everything.
We had it for every record.
And I used to look through yours. I'm like, can I have this? Can I have this?
I don't got that version yet. Because how we used to mix it is mixing the instrumental first. Mm-hmm. Then you go into the song and have the acapella set up right with the song. So if you want to cut it to the no, then you cut back into the thing and blah blah blah. So what's that
so
doing?
You make it like a TV track or a club track live.
Yeah. But what it's doing that makes it funky, which niggas got into later, is like you cut it to the acapella, and then you got the third turntable set up. So when you go bap, and it goes into another record. So it was like. Those were the routines and setups and how everything just felt dope when it came in. Even if you wasn't a great blender, if you had your cuts on point, it would just be
that's fire,
phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I always study. I always study all these cuts and transactions to make my job easier.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how I felt about it. Like study your lessons. You gonna be out there 2,000 and 3,000 people and not know what you're doing. You bugging out.
You think this shit is too saturated now?
It's horrible. Everybody's a DJ.
You're right.
Everybody's I want to store some Indian niggas like, I DJ too. No, you're not, nigga. You selling candy, nigga. You can't be a DJ.
Everybody's a DJ. Influencers.
Everything. All the chicks. Everything. All the chicks. I call it titty techno. That's what I call
it.
Titty techno. The bitch jumping up and down, back, big giant titty, and she's DJing and everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm watching the shit. But I don't want to see it forever. Like, you can't do that. So you're going to do 3 hours of titty jump mixing.
Techno, that is some
And then there was some chick on the line. She did it with her titties. She just moved them faders. I was like, now
this is girl who DJs Amapiano. She does that. Like, she does the whole twirl thing.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a show. I'm not mad at it, but where's the realism of talent? It's just not everybody's not supposed to have talent. First of all, it's just it's like OD, and it's not talent. It's just not talent to me. It's just not really thinking about the next record to get to another one and blah blah blah. And then you see this guy walks in or some Waka Flocka or something like that. You right away that goes with that, and you mix that in. Those are skills, and that's skills for the club and the party and the DJ. And it's like nobody else has got that shit no more. It's just like everything's just like thrown together, and this person's jumping around saying wild shit on the mic, and I don't know. It's different. Who do you
everybody? Who do you like to actually like watch DJ?
I still like my old school dudes, like Jazzy Jeffs, Clark and Stretch. Like those are the guys like D Nice. I watch them because they do transactions to make you dance.
Right.
That's where I come from. I come from when I go to see the originals with all them playing, they're all thinking, and people are like they're vibing with them because they're like, oh, that was dope. I wanted to hear that tonight.
Right.
I wanted to hear that tonight. So we gotta get it back to that. Like we just playing records before and stuff like that, and we was just like, what are we doing?
You were playing shit I haven't heard in 10, 20 years.
Yeah. Because that vibe's got to come back, man. We gotta get music back. The whole radio, they don't want to play music. Like house right now, like you do a good song and stuff like that, radio won't play it. So I don't do good songs no more. I do junk like everybody else. I'm not gonna sit there and work hard on something and you getting that junk on the radio. I'm gonna do junk just like you, junky ass.
But the thing is though, do you even care? Do you even care to get shit played on the radio anymore?
I mean, I would like it for the culture. I would like that people know what a song sounds like.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I don't think
what musical transactions are, and I would like for the world to feel what we feel instead of just being boom, 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 boom all night. It needs some musical elements. If it's gonna be noise, make it musical noise. Like find elements to elevate us. We're downing out our culture when it comes to all types of music. That's why we don't got no Prince and Whitney's and Michael Jackson. We don't got none of that no more because it's just. They're not there's nobody out there appreciating music. I mean, the best shit out there is like Silk Sonic and stuff like where it's music. Like
right.
We need some more music out there. We can't just keep on going with a loop or a sound, just one sound, or this person because they're an influencer, they got a record on the radio. It's I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird. I mean, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So I might as well shut the look up.
You got
it is what it is.
I'm starting to play titty techno now.
jump, titty techno.
Titty techno. Yeah, I don't think most guys don't even think to like get shit on the radio no more. I don't think people.
It's not just a radio thing, just to get the vibe back. It doesn't have to just be the radio.
Just reset the standard.
Reset the standard or something like that. I hate to talk about like Spotify and all these type of things, but they're ruining music, and they're getting all these billions from all of us being slaves to them, and we can't even do records like we want to do records. Now they want to start off records just with the vocal, and it's no like radio transition and stuff like that, and you can't put out. We got labels are fighting with each other now for every week to get a slot. Get one slot. I'm talking about 100 labels are fighting with each other to get one slot on a Spotify
like
playlist or something like that, so that label could stay alive and make money. That's not what they told us in the beginning that they was going to be doing.
Right. But you see this whole lawsuit with Drake, like people saying it's going to go back to the basics. Like more people are going to start selling direct to consumer. Like they're going to start selling music off their website or something like that.
I mean, it's a tough transaction to build. I can tell you that right now, because right now I talk shit about Spotify or stuff like that, but I get $4 to $7 grand from them a month. That's just the rough numbers of that. For me to pull all that shit back and start all over again, it's going to cost me $4 to $7 grand a month.
Right.
So it's like it's a tricky situation. They got me. I'm owned by them now. Like until I can get a check for $1 million and push it all into myself. And it's a tough thing to get a site that can hold like all my music. I got 4,000 records or something like that. It's got to get the right programmer and all that stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot. They got us good. They got us good right now. There's nothing I can really do but pop shit about them. Talk shit about them. That's all I can do. That's the only thing I can get away with. Yeah, you guys suck. But give me my $7 grand. Give me my $7 grand.
Give me my $7 grand. I'll take that though.
I got taxes and bills to pay.
I'll take that.
You all suck, but I'm taking this money with me. You know.
And thank you. Get my streams though. That's crazy, man. But T, man, it's always a pleasure. You know, we're gonna have to start having a conversation where we just pop shit like once a quarter.
Yeah. When I'm here. When I can get a flight here.
Because, bro, you DJ. I think you DJ. You and Jazzy Jeff are the two guys I think DJ the most I've ever seen in my life, bro.
Stay on the road.
It's insane.
But I mean, my concept, what I tell everybody is, like, I know some DJs, they want 25,000 and all this stuff like that. So what I do is I take lower than that, whatever, and I look at it like, if there's another gig down the block for $4 or $5 grand, I'm going to walk down the block and do that gig. So that's the little extra thing right there. I will cut that price. If it's right there, it ain't costing me shit to get there, but like a $200 plane ride, I get on the plane, go do that gig too. Come home with a little extra stacks. It's like, you got to think about it. But so, some DJs out there, they like just so high and mighty, they won't go down the block, and then they wonder why they don't got no gigs. Right. And I do 80 gigs a year, so it's because I'm strategically thinking about I'm already there.
So you're like,
I'm right around the corner.
You're like, let me do this one gig instead of 25. Let me do this one gig for 10, and then down the road,
easy.
I'll take a flight, a 30-minute flight. Yeah.
Call me tomorrow. I'm not turning down 10 grand.
Right.
Call me tomorrow.
And then you're like, all right, this country's 30 minutes away. I can go to that country and get $6-7 grand.
Hop, skips, and jumps. Right. 100, because you got, they got all this territorial thing.
You
now.
can't do it with
so
50 miles or 100 miles.
Like 100, 200 miles. And then they got all these things like now they want 3 weeks before and 3 weeks after. You can't do this or announce somewhere near that territory. But I figured it out.
Right.
You don't want to play that game? I'm going to play another game with y'all too. I'm going to get y'all for that. I'm going to get y'all for doing that. For even thinking about that and saying stuff like that to me, I'm going to get you.
Right.
I'm going to get you. Yo, well, you said 100? Oh, 101. I'm right. Like this.
101.
Right across the street. I'm like, right across the street. We partying over here. Thanks for your party, but we partying over here now. So, yeah, they want to play that. I'm going to play it too.
Nah, bro. Like, yo.
That's what it is.
Every time you're in Atlanta now, I gotta kidnap you, and we gotta have these conversations, man. Cause
people want this. Like you was talking about before, everybody online is changing their way of doing it. Like, you could be in a Chinese restaurant eating food and just talking. But I think people want to just feel like they're part of you or they're you,
or part of the conversation.
Part of the conversation. It's like they're almost like they could just jump into our conversation. Yo, I remember I was over here and we was hanging out. We was doing that, blah blah blah. So I think all shows should turn into that.
Right.
That's big up to like Cam and Mace and stuff like that. I like the the cursing shows and
it's the realness. It's very authentic. It's very authentic.
And we need. I think we need more of that because all Black and Spanish and Indian and Haitian, we all real.
Right.
So why we don't portray real? You can't sophisticate what we really are. We hood by nature.
And like your family, so it would be super weird for me to sit down and have a super formal conversation with you.
Hello, Casher. So what do you think about the weather today?
Right.
Is the weather good for you today?
I can't do it, bro.
No, nigga, weather ain't good, motherfucker. My car's under snow, but no, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, man, we gotta start having some real and I just think DJs need to talk more. Like, DJs don't talk to each other. I realize that. I'm like, we talk to each other in passing. But DJs don't sit down and have a conversation.
They're holding back. They're holding back. They're not gonna tell the truth. They're trying to keep it all whatever. They're trying to keep it. Some people are, I do talk to some DJs. No, I don't even do that. I don't even do that. Nigga, what do you do? do? Like, if you don't talk to your fans, like, what do you do?
You don't talk to your fans.
Yeah, he's like, I don't take pictures after 12:30. Like, seriously? Like, what's the matter with you?
Yeah,
like,
bro,
people,
I just think
they bugging out.
The real conversations just need to be had. I think DJs just need to just kick the shit more. Just
stop bitching. Stop being a bitch about everything.
It's like every time you're in Atlanta now, I'm just gonna harass you. I'm gonna be like, yo, come to the crib, and then you know what I mean?
You know I'm down, man. I love talking shit.
My
I love talking about people and talking shit. They talk about me, I'm talking about them. So I love that shit. What you say about me, nigga? Like, here we go. Like, I want to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about it. Got some stuff I want to tell this nigga. Like, yeah, of course, you know.
Oh man,
But,
so, Todd Terry,
yo,
it was fun.
my cuz DJ Kash, Bomber Tuesdays. That's how we do it. We run this place, son.
You know it.
Run it.
From the God himself.
Run. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yes.
So